So, Lily, what do you do for a living?
I am data scientist. I'm working for Stellar MLS in Orlando.
How many years of experience do you have?
Well, like about a year, if you're counting the internship totally.
What's your education background? How did you land your job?
Yeah, my original background is in accounting, and I used to live in San Francisco and worked for tech companies like late startups. And one day, because I was surrounded with all this like tech people, I was inspired by one of our data scientists team member. He told me a little bit about this role, and I was like, oh, I can do that because we work a lot with data, and as a accountant, I also worked a lot with financial data. So I thought pivoting to that path just made sense to me.
How's the job search journey? Did you apply online? What happened?
Okay, I'm going to be very honest. This kind of industry, very hard to break into. You have to show that you have a prior experience. And I think what helped me, like first doing internship, AI ML internship, and like prior working somehow with financial data. And I could use that as experience as well, because when I wrote my resume, I just put that from like a financial analyst angle. So that really helped me a lot, I think. Yeah, because and even now, for my current position, for data scientist position, I work a lot with financial data, and that was really, really helpful for me to have some sort of accounting background.
So you had zero programming background, and then now you're doing Python programming. How was it tough?
Yeah, you know what? The fun fact about me, I lived in San Francisco for 8 years, never took any programming classes. I know, but when I moved to Orlando in 2021, yes, that's when I was like, that's when I started learning Python, R, and SQL. And on daily basis, I don't use R too much. I use maybe a couple of times, but mostly like Python and SQL, because most of the time data will be stored in some sort of SQL databases, tables. So you will need to learn how to extract this data. So yeah, I kind of just like regret that I didn't really like, I was mostly like focusing on Python, but SQL as important as Python in data science role.
For someone who's just want to become a data scientist, right? Getting started, what's your advice?
You know what? I would just advise you like to pick the industry you want to work at and just do as much as possible like projects towards this industry. Because right now I'm working in real estate industry, and the reason why we were interested in me because I have several real estate projects on my resume, and that's what picked up their interest. So just like be very, very, because it's really hard to break into this for entry level data scientists. So I would just be very, very strategic and would just like, if you want to work in healthcare, just pick the projects related to healthcare. So I think it's really going to help you.
And finally, how much do data scientists make in the entry level role?
Well, do I have to disclose much?
You can give a range.
Like, okay, so somewhere from 80,000 to like more experienced data scientists get like 120,000 in Orlando area. In Bay Area, probably more. Like, I'm just
But
since
then it's
I'm
equally expensive, right?
right, for sure, yes.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Cool. Well, thank you so much, Lily, for sharing your experience. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem.